Hey, what's up guys, this is Mr. Attitude Era 316 back in here on YouTube. Sorry guys for not being on YouTube for a long time. There was something going on with my camera, so finally I got a new one and I'm gonna be back on YouTube for making videos. And I decided that now that I'm back, I'll make a video on a DVD called my favorite DVD of all time, WrestleMania 17. Now, as you know, if you guys have been visiting my channel, you can tell that WrestleMania 17 is my favorite pay-per-view of all time. And there's nothing that can replace it, never ever. So, let's get to it. See, on the front cover, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you got The Rock. It's a WWF DVD, so obviously it's really rare. It says, Houston, we have a problem. At that night, Stone Cold turned heel, so I guess that was a problem. The special 2-disc set in the Astrodome, April 1st, 2001. I saw this live on a pay-per-view when I was like 6-7 years old. So I decided to buy the DVD of it just a couple of months ago, just cause, you know, just to remember what happened and everything. Here's a side view. And on the back, you got, I don't know if this is clear or something. Okay, this is The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was the main event of the match. Of the night. Then you got Christian hit Jeff Hardy with the ladder, and you got right over there, if you could see, China holding Ivory, and over here you got Kurt Angle body slamming Chris Benoit, I believe. Then you got Bubba Ray Dudley for some reason. I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know, I can't really see this clearly on the camera. Forgive me if I made any mistake, but that's all I can see on the camera. And on the back, they don't have all the matches listed, so I'm just going to do it by memory. Oh, just to show you inside. Here's no slip. Disc 1 and Disc 2. I bought this brand new on Amazon.com for 70 bucks. So that was a big deal. I mean, I don't know how the hell I convinced my parents to let me buy this off my Amazon.com gift card. But anyways, alright. Now I'm gonna say the matches. First match of the night was Chris Jericho versus William Regal for the Intercontinental Championship. That was a good opener. I liked the chemistry between William Regal and Chris Jericho. They had a really good chemistry in 2001. I thought this match could have been a little bit longer. If for some reason it fell short for me. So at the end, Chris Jericho won the match. He became the Intercontinental Champion. Good for him. Next match was I forgot the order. Oh yeah, it was a 6-man tag team match between Taz and the APA against the Right to Censor. Another really good match. I'm a big fan of Taz and I'm a big fan of APA. I was rooting for them to win the match, and thankfully they did win the match. So that was another great match. I enjoyed it. So really good match. Next was the European Championship match between Eddie Guerrero and Test. Another great match. I actually thought Test was going to win the matchup because simply he's a lot bigger than Eddie Guerrero. But that just showed that size does not matter. Eddie won the match, so that was pretty impressive. So he became the European Champion. Next match was a triple threat match for the Hardcore Championship. It was the Hardcore Champion, Raven, versus Kane and The Big Show. I liked this match, I really did, but the thing is that it's not as long as I thought it would be. I thought it was supposed to be a little bit longer, just to make it a lot better, but it was still a good match. I mean, I liked the part when Kane threw Raven through the window or something, and then Kane, he's like driving that golf truck thing, and like almost runs over Raven. That was a pretty cool match. Kane wins, so that was my best part. That was the best part because Kane was like my favorite wrestler of all time. So I was happy for that. Next match was Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. Two one hell of a wrestlers. Honestly, I thought this was I could not predict who could win the match. Kurt Angle won the match obviously because he cheated. Who cares? I mean, Kurt Angle's still the best wrestler ever. Duh. But next match was the gimmick battle royal, I believe, which was kind of entertaining because you get to see the guys from the past again. I saw them, I was like, who the hell are they? Because I didn't watch wrestling from the 80s. I just started watching in 2000, 2001, so I was like, who the hell are they? And then up to 2003, I found, by buying a lot more VHS and DVD, I found out that those were legends of wrestling all the way in the 80s. I was like, oh, cool. Nice to see them at WrestleMania 17. But anyways, Iron Sheik won the match. I was not a big fan of Iron Sheik, and I was really disappointed about that victory for Iron Sheik, so I don't know. I really wanted someone else to win, maybe Sergeant Slaughter or someone beside of Iron Sheik. For some reason, I'm so against Iron Sheik. Next match was Ivory versus China, a great women's championship match. I liked it. China won the match. It was a lot better than Royal Rumble's match, I believe. At Royal Rumble 2001. So, I don't know. Another match was... Oh, God. If only they had the list over here. Oh yeah, the TLC 2 match between Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys for the Tag Team Championship. I think out of the three TLC matches they had, I thought WrestleMania 17 was my favorite, because Rhino and Spike Dudley interrupts the match, and also Lita, and like Jeff Hardy does some crazy stunts there, and Edge spears down Jeff Hardy from the top of the ladder, and just my favorite part of the match. I was so shocked when I saw this, and that was the end when Rhino pushes Bubba Ray Dudley and Matt Hardy from the ladder all the way down to the floor table that was set up outside the ring. That was so impressive. I thought I never expected that to happen. Seriously. And anyways, winner of the match was Edge and Christian, who were actually the people I predicted to win because they're like my favorite tag team at the time and still today. Seriously. So that was a great match. Next one was The Undertaker versus Triple H. I don't know. I think this was supposed to be a normal match, but then for some reason, Undertaker knocks down the referee, and it turns out to be a no disqualification match because they go around the arena and they kick ass. Well, not go around the arena, but like they go through the audiences and they use steel chairs and hammers and everything. So that was a pretty okay match. Not so good. Actually, it was good, but not one of the greatest matches of all time, in my opinion. Undertaker won the match, obviously, because right now he's 18-0. Duh. Alright, and then this must be... No, oh yeah. Also, we had Vince McMahon versus Shane McMahon in a street fight match. That was a pretty cool match. The one part that kind of highlighted the match was... There was actually two parts. One, Trish Stratus slaps Vince in the face like hell. And then for some reason, Linda McMahon gets up from a chair in the middle of the ring and kicks Mr. McMahon in the... You know what I'm talking about. So, and then Shane McMahon wins the match with coast to coast from the top rope. That was amazing. I have no clue how the hell he does that, so I kind of like the ending of the match. And Shane McMahon won. I was pretty amazed. I thought Vince McMahon was going to win because of the help of, I don't know, Trish or something. But anyways, that was a good match. Last but not least, the main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock for the WWF title. Out of the 3 WrestleMania matches they had, I thought this one was the most impressive because at WrestleMania 15 they just started off and it wasn't so good and everything. It was a good match, but like they didn't put too much into it. WrestleMania 19, I mean, Stone Cold was pretty much weakened after his neck injuries. So, Stone Cold didn't bring his best in this match. And The Rock was pretty much doing some crazy stuff or something. But at WrestleMania 17, these two kicked ass. They went back to back to back to back. They were like, really, like, you can't decide who would win because of the match. I mean, in the middle of the match, I was like, I have no clue who's going to win because this is such a great match. And at the end, when Vince McMahon comes out, I'm like, oh shit, what's he going to do? And when I see him helping Stone Cold win, I was like, what? It was pretty crazy because like Stone Cold like hit The Rock like 16, 17 times with a steel chair. And then Stone Cold pins The Rock and Stone Cold wins the match, which was my favorite. And then we see Stone Cold shaking hands with Vince McMahon and drinking beer together. I thought that was pretty creepy. I was really upset at the time because obviously when you're a kid, you're a babyface fan. Now I'm thinking to myself that was pretty cool because we got to see something different from Stone Cold. And that's all for WrestleMania 17. As you see, I didn't complain at all about the matches. Not at all. I didn't say anything bad about the match. I didn't say this match was really bad or anything. I might have said that it could have been a little better, but I didn't say it was bad. So that is why I believe this is my favorite pay-per-view of all time. Because next time when I'll make DVD reviews, I swear, I can guarantee you, there will be at least one match that is bad. That's how, I don't know. That's all for this. Please comment on how you think I made the video. I might have made a lot of mistakes. Forgive me for that. So, I'll see you guys later. See ya.